Samurai Champloo is a 26-episode-long anime which premiered in May of 2004. The setting takes place in Edo-era Japan, an era of history which had occurred between the years of 1603 to 1868. The three protagonists of this work, Jin, Fu, and Mugen, are all of the same relative age, and are only traveling in unison after Fu saves Jin and Mugen's life, following a sword fight amongst themselves. However, what makes these common tropes special when combined into one is Shinichiro Watanabe's utilization of remixing the real-life historic events of Edo-era Japan in conjunction with that of famous DJ Nujabe's hip-hop soundtrack. What comes about from this mashup is a unique, fresh television show which had caught my attention almost immediately. What did not catch my attention, however, are the numerous historical implications Watanabe utilizes throughout the work. Echoed in his video, Everything is a Remix, Kirby Ferguson supports this notion of the not-so-obvious displays of remixing when portraying Star Wars side by side with that of Bridges of Tokori. In order to fully digest the episode, I will unpack the latter half of this work. I will display the permeance of remixing across numerous mediums and media, as well as how even the soundtrack of Samurai Champloo can be interpreted as a remix. What is remixing? The term remix was originally coined to highlight the practice of taking characteristics of a previously released piece of music and altering it in such a way that an additional artist can utilize it in their own original publicated work. A prime example of this is found in hip-hop's history, as it is a genre centralized around this common practice. However, as time has progressed, much of the media that the consumers digest is in one way or another a form of remixed content. In today's culture, media thrives upon this practice, and it is commonplace across many genres. Namely, this video will deconstruct the historical interjections laced behind this aforementioned anime. Additionally, I find it interesting how there can be entire productions centralized around this artistic practice. In Samurai Champloo, Shinichiro Watanabe juxtaposes the setting's archaic Japanese culture with that of now-deceased hip-hop DJ Nujabe's. This DJ is a master of remixing, and does so in all of his tracks. For example, here is Nujabe's track Feather, which is featured throughout much of Samurai Champloo's 26 episodes. His lines, I drove the Chevy but the levee was dry, this will be the day that I die, is lines that are actually sampled from Don McLean's track American Pie. A hip-hop song such as this, that is utilized as a main soundtrack inside a Japanese art form such as anime, truly shows how remixing's permeance can transcend across many different cultures. As Shinichiro Watanabe was developing this unique work, I'm sure his decision to include remixed music was no mistake. Aside from the music selections he had utilized, the creator of this work also remixes real-life occurrences into this anime. Similar to that of the music in Samurai Champloo, much of its historical interjections can be considered accurate. For the sake of time, I will only highlight the occurrences of episode 19, titled Unholy Union. A quick historical synopsis will be provided. The Shimibara Rebellion takes place following a high taxation across Catholic-based Japanese citizens upon the island of Shiwabara. Feeling disrespected, this Catholic group rebelled against the mainland's jurisdiction, aka the shogunate. Following their loss to the shogunate, Christian persecution across Japan was prevalent until the 1850s. Shinichiro Watanabe utilizes this historical context in episode 19, when the local government orders Jin and Mugen to step over a religious sacrament to test their devotion to Christ. At the end of this episode, Xavier III, pictured before, claims to be a descendant of Francisco Xavier, a missionary who introduced the religion to the island in 1549. While Watanabe interlaces humor and exaggeration to make this remix interesting, while still remaining historically accurate, he expertly produces a piece of work that you will not only be able to experience had you not known about Francisco Xavier, you would also be able to enjoy it had you had prior exposure to this individual. In conclusion, Samurai Champloo is a diverse work in which many different cultures and influences work in tandem with one another to produce a memorable work which is truly one of a kind. Juxtaposing these influences upon one another allows the creator, Shinichiro Watanabe, to produce an anime which remixes the historical events of Edo-era Japan in a colorful manner. Not only would I recommend all lovers of anime to give Samurai Champloo a chance, I would also recommend this to any individual who enjoys deconstructing a medium which is built upon many altering influences.